Peace, pieces. Yeah, I'm on early because I gotta go to work tonight. So I figured I'd jump on early so I can still finish cooking and take me a little nappy nap before I head out. Definitely. I wanted to use my notes, but something that's just in me is just saying just wing it. So I think I'm just gonna wing it tonight. Just gonna wing it. I really wish you could come down for my birthday, sis. Right. Something is definitely telling me to go with the flow. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Definitely gonna do. Peace, peace to all. Y'all know what time it is. Peace. Hey, fam. I know, right? We need to link soon. Yes, we definitely do need to link. It is well overdue for all of us, but definitely us. What you talking about, bro? We ain't doing that bro shit up in here now. Yeah, I'm waiting on a few more people and we're gonna get started because I definitely got to get this over with so I can finish doing what I'm doing. Peace, pieces. Okay, I'm glad you got a listening ear. Glad you got a listening ear. Hope your day is going well at work. I'm gonna have to add you as a mod too, sis. I be trying to add all my people that you know, that I've definitely been rocking with for a minute. I sent you a request, Heavenly, to become a mod. Thank you, sis. Get them out of here. Get them out. Be coming in here with that weird mess. Oh, y'all, my Jen done use all my little gems, y'all. All my little gems. So they don't be one. This one I had to find. I might as well just take it off because it's going to come off anyway. But peace, peace, everybody. Why are you smoking? Because I like to stimulate my mind and I'm grown. Okay? Yes, stimulate your mind. Sometimes relax. Take a chill pill. You know? Tap in with it. I'm waiting to see who's going to join us, sis, and then we're going to get started because it don't take a lot of us to be in a room. Y'all ready for this weekend? I'm ready for the Halloween. I need to live. Yes, live a little more. Live a little more. Live a little more. Enjoy life to the fullest. Okay? That's what it's for. It's definitely what it's for. All right? We ain't supposed to be in this life, stressing and, depressed and miserable. Have a great time doing it. You only live once in a lifetime. Okay? Even though we live multiple times, but you only live one time in a lifetime, okay? So live it to the fullest. But yeah, as y'all can see the title of the video, We're going to be talking about revelations today, okay? But dealing with the consciousness, okay? Dealing with the consciousness, okay? The revelations of our lives. All right, we're going to be tapping into that energy today. Peace, peace, sis. I hope all is well with you. Definitely. Okay, we're going to tap into the revelations today. All right. I know we talked about it before, but we're going to dive deeper into it, okay? Pertaining to the consciousness. Right? And what Revelations really is talking about. Now, that is one thing I do want to pull up, because I definitely have a verse, as always, to break down. Yeah, that's heavy. That's heavenly. And you know, okay, let me pull that up. I'm not gonna get too deep into this verse, but like I always tell y'all, if you're gonna read the book, which is pertaining to the Bible, make sure you're decoding it. Okay? That's what it's meant for, okay? But there's one particular verse in this Revelations I want to talk about that is actually going to lead us into this this breakdown, this live. Right? Yeah, dry yourself out. Put your clothes on. Don't forget your deodorant over there. All right. They gonna have to join us when they join in. And of course, sometimes I be repeating myself. So I'm pretty sure they won't be far behind.
What do we eat today?
We're going to eat turkey and rice. Turkey rice with some spinach. Okay. A little hearty meal. Keep your bellies full. Get your belly full and be warm. You gonna eat that? Yeah, we're gonna eat that. Yeah. Oh, I'm waiting on it. Yeah. I hate when they do that. Hurry up so you can go in there and finish watching TV, okay? But yeah. Okay, my laptop is loading up something I don't want it to load up. But anywho, let me get to the verse so we can go ahead and dive in. And peace to everybody that's coming on. Peace to everybody in the bushes if you're watching. Peace, peace. To all. Okay, this I don't know what's going on with this. Like, YouTube has started to have too many commercials. Okay, too many. Like, too many commercials. She at work, sis, but she'll probably see the comments in a minute. So if she ain't responded back, that's because she at work, but she's chimed in. All right. So the verse I'm going to start with and just go with the flow, because I had a lot of notes, but this energy, the spirit, my spirit, just wants me to just lead, just go with the flow with it, wing it. All right. I think I passed it. Oh, no, I haven't. Okay. Oh, yeah, I did. I passed the verse. Okay, I'm not even going to read it. I'm just going to break it down when I go down it. Okay, she got it. She right there now. Okay, so as you can see by the title of this live, it's called The Revelations, Walking Through the Revelations of the Consciousness, okay? Or in the consciousness, right? This year alone has all been about the reveal of your mind, your mentality, um, everything in connection into your space, connecting to you divinely, okay? Not just spiritually and physically, but mentally, okay? And with all the stuff that's really going on in the world today, right now, a lot of things are being revealed with not only just sociably, just overall in the world, but with ourselves, okay? Our own mentals, okay? And I realize, Revelations, of course, is not just about the world ending or, you and per se ending, okay? But it's really all about a shift in one's mind, okay? And some people's shifts of mind might be in a form of wickedness, as they would say, um, low vibrational, as they would say as well. Um, so, and a lot of people are vibrating highly in their mentalities nowadays, okay? So their revelations in their mentality is becoming a revolution, okay? Through this reveal, we have realized, okay, we have realized that there is a lot of generational curses programmed, okay, within our mentality. Yes, it's revelations, the revealing is revealing, okay? It's all about your mindset. And even this scripture, Revelations 22, if y'all want to check it out and dive into, with yourself, start with Revelations 22 and go all the way down. It is definitely talking about the mind, the consciousness of oneself. Okay? All right? It also speaks about the waters in Revelations as well. As you can see, there's a lot of things happening right now across this world that's dealing with waters and, flooding in a sense. Okay? All right? And like I've said before, anything that is taking place within yourself, okay, or the masses, which is all, it will prevail itself in the physical. Okay? This is how energy operates. Okay? That's the boomerang effect from spiritual to physical. All right? But it plays out through our mentality. Okay? How we view, okay, this world. Okay? So there's a lot of things that's being revealed about the mind this year. Okay? It's a lot of things that's being revealed about the mind this year. Especially, like I said, dealing with generational curses. Okay? There's a lot of things that I know for a fact for me that I cannot deal with, that has been generated throughout my family. Okay? Or in my journey. Okay? That I have evolved from. Okay? So once you begin to recognize these patterns, okay, your revelation, okay, the revelations of your mind become your revolution, okay, because you are seeing everything for what it is. A lot of people today are not seeing their revelations, okay? The revelation is supposed to shift you into a higher greatness within yourself, okay? Dealing with your mentality, okay? Dealing with your energy, Okay, dealing with your journey, right? So there's a lot of things that's being put out that is exposing one's mind, okay? We just talked about the food stamps the other day. SNAP. It's a lot of people, okay? Their minds are being revealed in a way where they are codependent, okay, on a system that is of them, okay? It comes from you. You are the system. But a lot of people are depending on it, and it just shows the revelation of their mind, okay? Especially in the consciousness, the overall consciousness, dealing with all of us, okay? I've been seeing so much things being transpired in the last few weeks that deals with one's mind, okay? I've been seeing a lot of it. Not just the snaps, but, just overall with the government shut down. Overall with, it was another one. Ooh, me and my sister was talking about this earlier. It's a viral story that's going around about the lady in the wedding dress, right? And y'all stay tuned to that. Okay, I'm working on some behind the scenes things, but stay tuned to that. But there's a viral story also going viral with the lady in the wedding dress that went live, right? And talking about her husband. Okay. There's a lot of things that I realized in that story, in her testimony, that exposes one's mentality, that also made me recognize, okay, things in my own mentality. See, when you're in this level of shifting, okay, you can relate, okay, and reflect on a lot of things to help you evolve in your mentality, all right, to help you change in your mentality, all right. And we have a lot of things that we still have to iron out in this overall mind, okay? We have a lot that has to be wigged out, okay? And not just, just overall with all of us, but personally dealing with oneself, okay? Your revelation is supposed to be your testimony, okay? That I got through it, I made it through, okay? I didn't become the product of the program, okay, in my revelations or through my revelations of my consciousness, okay? I know a lot of y'all know that I went through a lot of stuff in my childhood because I express it a lot. I talk about it because it's a part of my testimony. It's a part of my growth. It's a part of my revolution, okay? So I know a lot of y'all know my testimony on all the things that I've endured since the age of 2. Okay? And going through so much trauma and pain, okay? Of course, I was lost at a certain point of my life, in my journey. But everything is for a reason. Okay? Everything is for a reason. It's not going to always be a straight and narrow road for us or journey for us. We're going to have to go through things, okay? And that just happened to be a part of my journey. That's not everybody's journey, but that just happened to be a part of my journey, okay? But see, that stems from the generational curses, okay? Dealing with the mentality of my overall family, okay? A lot of things that people see, I don't see it that way, okay? So I've grown in my own consciousness, okay? I've expanded my consciousness, all right? So my revelation revealed a lot in my consciousness Okay? And it's revealing a lot in this journey as we're talking about it. Okay? Things is happening right now around the world. Okay? And in your family, in your relationships. Okay? Even with yourself. All right? And we must go through this revelation. Okay? We must go through revelations. All right? Just so we can become great or renew or reborn again, as they would say in the church, right? Because revelations is not the end. Okay? It's just the beginning. All right? And sometimes people are starting over in the same energy. Okay? All right? They're not taking heed to their revelations. They're still restarting in the same energy. Peace, peace, sis. I'm glad you joined. All right? They're restarting over and over in that same revelations because that becomes their ultimate, that becomes a loop, right? All right? So when I was looking at Revelations 22, which is something that I was drawn to look at, as I was reading the scripture, I realized there was also mention of the two trees in this starting with Revelations 22 on down. Okay? There is the mention of two trees in this verse, okay, in this scripture. All right? We know there's the tree of knowledge and we know there's a tree of life. Okay? And we know that in the Bible, the tree of knowledge was forbidden to be ate from. And there's a reason for that. I sent you the request too, sis. There's a reason for that. Because knowledge, as I said before, it doesn't hold any weight. Okay? All right? It doesn't hold any weight. It's just experiences. All right? Dealing with the good and the evil. Okay? The two-sided sword. Or the yin and the yang. Or the two sides. The duality of oneself. Okay? So there's a reason why that tree was forbidden to be eaten from. Okay? We're eating from. Sorry, y'all. Okay? So, and of course, Adam and Eve ate from that tree. And this is where we at today. We are created through that. Okay? Through that tree. Okay? That would be the lower vibration of ourself. Okay? The tree of life will be the higher vibration of oneself. Okay? That is the tree that you tap into when it comes to your creativity, when it comes into your change. Okay? How many hertz for the vibrations? With low vibrations? You should know what is very low vibration. I mean, low vibration has you in a state of, it can have you in a state of logic, but it also can have you in a state of confusion. It can have you in a state of entrapment, entanglement, okay? Okay? And I really can't answer that for you right now, my sir. Well, bro. Because that is something that I would have to tap into to, be able to give you that, because I'm not experienced with the hertz. But I definitely know it's a very low vibration. Okay? Because it's dealing with the root of our lives. It's dealing with the fall, okay, as they would say, the hell, okay? Right? So that was the reason why that tree was forbidden to be ate from. Okay. But of course, they ate from that tree. But this is where this type of chaos of life was created. Okay. So they talk about these two trees in Revelations 22 as well. Okay. Let me read this before I start. Before I finish. I had some revelations about myself this year, and they weren't so pretty. Just my intent was ugly. But it gave me understanding. That's why I was dealing with certain ish. Yes. And like I was saying earlier, with with the generational curses and stuff like that, I realized a lot of that shit, of course, I realized it early on, okay? That a lot of that was dealing with was playing out in my relationships. Let me say that. Okay? Abandonment issues, attention seeking, overly sexualized, okay? My choices wasn't wise, okay? A lot of that had a lot to do with those generational curses. My earlier revelations were definitely chaotic. And I realized that a lot of that played out in my relationships. Okay? And I can understand why people are so codependent on the system, because a lot of people have a lot of people have abandonment issues. Okay? So they hold on to things, like me and my sister was saying earlier, they hold on to things that they should not be holding on to. All right? We're not really supposed to be holding on to anything in here. We're supposed to be able to gain what we need from that source and keep it moving. All right? Appreciate that, sis. I don't even know what he said, but appreciate it. You own it. And anytime y'all see anybody in here, because it does be some trolls, sometimes there be bots in here, you could just time them out, because they just be everywhere. But I realized that as well, sis. So I definitely can agree with you on that. And we don't have to deal with a lot of shit. Okay? You always will have a form of choice. Okay? And I say this loud and proud. You will always have a form of choice. Okay? I don't know if anybody iterated it this way before, but Spirit is giving it to me. You will always have a choice, which is what is your will of life. Okay? It's what you will into your existence, your reality. So you will always have that choice. All right? And it set everything up in an alignment based off of just that decision. Okay? Yes, there has been multiple decisions already made from previous lives. Okay? Up until now. Okay? Peace, peace, bro. How you doing? What's good with you? Okay? So I know a lot of things have already been put in stone for us, but we're still adding to those building blocks. Okay? Based on how we view those decisions, based on how we, make those decisions. Something that was said on the Matrix is it really a choice? There is no choice when you already know what you need to do. Right, you already feel what you need to do. You already feel what you need to do within you. Choice is definitely eluded as an illusion, but it becomes your will, okay? Especially if you're going against the grain, okay? So you already know what you need to do, but a lot of us make choices off of impulse. A lot of us make choices off of pain. A lot of us make choices out of chaos, out of confusion, okay? Okay, bro, I'm glad you in here, though. I'm glad you're listening. I'm glad you stepped in. You know, even if you can't stay. All right? And that was also a part of this two trees in the Bible. Okay? I know we don't like to use choice, but when it comes to the verse of, you know, dealing with the trees, the two trees in the Garden of Eden, and you're not supposed to eat from the tree of knowledge, but you still chose to, which sparked a lot of ripple effects up into this point. And we're still making choices off of those generated curses. Okay? Which is our revelations in hell. If I would say that in a low vibrational way. Okay, bro, we support each other. That's what we do over here. I appreciate you all. You know that. You're my best friend. No. But for real though, y'all, that's my bestie right there. But you know how we do. I'm just glad you over here. You know, you was able to tap in. Because I know a lot of people, you know, be working, be busy around this time. That's why I said, let me get mine in before I finish cooking and lay it down before I go to work. Right. Y'all got different names over here, so y'all got to reintroduce yourselves, okay? But a lot of people are stuck in their revelations, and revelation is supposed to uphold you, okay, into a greater version of yourself, okay? It's supposed to renew you, all right? But we're still making choices based off of knowledge, experiences, instead of the wisdom, which is the tree of life, tapping into creativity, your power, okay, control, all right, all of those good divine things, okay, all right. So I definitely agree with you, Meek, on that. I definitely do, because choice is definitely an illusion, but it plays out in our physical matter. Yes, work of the heart. Definitely work of the heart. All right. And as I was telling my sis earlier, in which she really said some powerful shit to me too, because she was like, the heart is only supposed to guide us, okay? It's our mind that's going to lead you, because your mind definitely is going to lead you in a lot of shit. And your heart is going to guide you into that energy. So this is why you have to be aware of the heart, because I know a lot of people say the mind is tricky, but the mind is only tricky based off of your heart. Okay? It's only tricky based off of your heart. All right? The heart is a big force. It's a big wheel. It's what pushes the flow of your energy, your blood, your water. Okay? And it has a direct connection to your mind. Okay? This is where you also feel it. Just like the Tin Man, okay, on the eyes. Isn't he the one that wanted a heart? So he can feel? All right? So this is where we feel it. All right? And sometimes feeling has us trapped. Because it feels good. All right? Right. The key is definitely being honest with yourself, bro. The key is definitely being honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. You definitely do. All right. I know in Revelations 22, verse 3, they mentioned, you know, there should be no more curse. Here we go. We're talking about this generational curse. All right. You're supposed to be willing it out of you. Okay. There shall be no more curse, but the throne of God, which is what you generate, operate, and direct. Okay. And of the Lamb. Okay. Now, when I looked up, I'm going to get back to the Lamb. I'm finished the reverse because I'm moving a little too fast. And of the Lamb shall be in it. and his servants shall serve them. Now the lamb is going to deal with strictly your thoughts. I mean, the servants is going to deal with strictly your thoughts. Okay? This lamb, because I looked it up. Okay? And I want to make sure I give it to y'all right. It's definitely symbolic for a sacrifice. It's definitely symbolic for innocent purity. But it's another word that I'm looking for. Okay? Excuse me, y'all. Okay? Okay, let me see. I hate that this stuff does never be in order. When I be putting stuff on here. Okay. 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 Atones for sin. Okay. It also deals with who atones for sin. Okay. The Lamb of God, dealing with the Lamb, is also referenced as who atones for sin. Well, we know sin deals with the suit. Okay. But when you look up the word atone, because we're going to connect the knots from land atone. Okay. When you look up the word atone, we know A is dealing with one, and tone is going to strictly do with stretching, okay? And that's dealing with the frequency, that's dealing with the sound. So this deals strictly with your vibration. That's why you got to steer away from certain vibrations in this journey, okay? Especially when you're walking in your revelations, okay? Through this consciousness, okay? Talking to my off topic, I need that playlist. I got you. I'm gonna share it right with you too. It's 2 hours long too, boo. But I got you, sis. Just remind me, you know how we be when we get off this live. But tone deals with stretching. So one stretching, and the stretching simply deals with a peculiar to music. So that goes right back to your sound. That goes back to your frequency. That goes back to your vibration. Okay? I know y'all have heard that God is frequency. Okay? The heart gonna generate that. It's gonna generate your energy. Okay? They also reference the mind as God as well. Because this is where everything is generated and operated. Okay? Or as a general operator. Okay? That you direct in your physical. Okay? In your reality or your points of view or your viewpoint of life. All right? Things that you're going to see through these eyes. Okay? Damn, y'all thought I was on my damn iPad. I'm on my damn. Oh, yeah, do it like this. But, you know, it speaks about that being no more cursed. So you're supposed to be getting rid of or letting go of these curses in a sense, which would be things that are constantly generated, that is keeping you entrapped, that is keeping you in a loop. Okay? Revelation's all about destruction. It's all about destroying. Okay? And that means you have to destroy your old self, your old mindset, your old ways. Okay? Even those people who are past, that are the past, people who are also doing the old shit that you don't do. You have to get away from that. Okay? It's going to always be revealed to you when you are reaching into a certain vibration within yourself that's tapping you into change or greatness, right? It's going to always reveal those people to you. I know when I started having children, I started realizing certain people wasn't there for me and certain people wasn't for me.
All right.
When I got married, I realized
If getting AT&T's
most of the women in my wedding
meeting the most expensive plan tops
Okay, this is all being revealed through the revelations. Okay? And to one's union, I realized that those wasn't for me. Some people still go through a wedding, just like the chick with the wedding dress that went viral. Okay? Okay? Still married a person when it's being revealed what this person is about and how this person operates directly. Okay? So a lot of people become fools in their revelations. I've been a fool in my own revelation. Okay? No more being ignorant to the bullshit. That's right. Peace, peace, sis. All right? No more bullshit. Okay? This ignorance, okay, should be your brilliance. We have to continue to vibrate higher. Okay? We have to continue to shift our minds into the greater goods of things. And when I mean the greater goods of things, that means change, doing something different. Okay? Standing on business, speaking your mind. Okay? Because I know I was taught to always be quiet. I was taught to hold everything in. Okay? And that's not good. Because energy has to be released. It has to evolve. It has to shift. It has to change. So a lot of people are fools in their revelations. And they keep starting over in the same revelations over and over again. Okay? This is the program in your consciousness. And it keep revealing itself over and over again. Okay? God said he will give you to your reprobate mind. Okay? I don't even think a lot of people understand that, sis. Okay? Reprobate. I love when we be over here building. Y'all give me chills. But for real though, reprobate, unprincipled, wrong super, troublemaker, chaos. Okay? Very chaotic. Insane in the membrane. Okay? Some people you don't even know if they fucking coming or going. All right? A lot of people believe a lot of ignorant ass knowledge. Because knowledge is really ignorance. Wrongdoer. Okay, I got what you meant. Knowledge is really ignorance. It's just the experiences of the journey. Okay? You hold the key of life within you. Like sis said, you already know what you got to do. There's nothing knowledge or anything in this physical matter can tell you or give you. You already know what you got to do. Now, it's all right that we can take heat to a lot of the shit, but it's ultimately up to you. It's a lot of people out here that's just really stuck on knowledge. They ain't trying to heal. They ain't trying to reveal. They ain't trying to pay attention to what's being revealed. Because if you pay attention to what is being revealed, okay? And this is why people don't want to. It hurts too much for them. They don't want to feel that. But sometimes you have to feel the pain just so it'll be released. That's how it works. That's how the cause and effects work. Okay? Like we say over here, no pain, no gain. Ignorance is the root of knowledge. Yes. And a lot of people are not going to say that because they want you stuck on the knowledge. Knowledge is not going to help you put in the work. That's just like faith without works. A lot of people don't want to put in the work. And a lot of people are not going to tell you that knowledge is just ignorant as fuck. You have all the codes, all the information inside of you. Okay? Knowledge is just a knockoff of this existence. And this is why that tree was forbidden. I mean, unforbidden. Okay? For you to eat from. You ain't supposed to eat there. Okay? Because it keeps you in a loop. All right? It keeps you in a capsule. This fucking skin, the sin. Okay? Now, like I said, in these surveys that they speak about that is dealing with your thoughts are going to always serve you, even in this knowledge, this ignorance. Okay? And then you have other people that's just another form of thoughts that keeps you in this ignorance of knowledge. Okay? And most haven't really deep dive. They have a tickled ear. They definitely have a tickled ear. Okay? You have to go through all realms of the mind and the heart. That's right. And you have to connect the dots with the both of them. Okay? Yes, my eye code is in the blood. It's definitely in the code. In the blood. And what is my eye symbolic for? Come on, y'all. Put it in the comments. What is my eye symbolic for? See, a lot of people worshiping these deities in a physical matter, and they don't even understand what this image represents. What is my eye symbolic for? Come on, y'all. Balance. Okay? You cannot be stuck in heart lights. Yes. Yes. She has the 2 scales, the balancing scales. She deals with divine law. Okay? All of this is inside of you. All of this is inside of you. If you ever get a chance one day, pay attention to some animals. They don't need nobody to tell them what's right and wrong. Okay? Pay attention to them because they go off of instincts. Okay? They go off of intuition. They go off of their own energy of what they need to do. Even when it comes to healing. I had a dog and the chain split her tail. Okay? I tried to heal. I tried to wrap it, but she kept biting it off. She kept biting off the tail. And I'm like, why she keep biting her tail off? I'm trying to heal it. I'm trying to wrap it, make sure it heals back the way it's supposed to. But she knew what to do. She had to get rid of the dead part of her tail. And once she got to the point where she got rid of all of that dead part of her tail, she just bit it off. She healed tremendously. I didn't have to do nothing. Because I definitely got tired of coming down there wrapping up the tail. I got tired of wrapping her tail. I got tired of putting bandages on it. Because all she was doing was taking it off and biting the tail off. Biting her tail off. Yes, you are the walking code. Yes, facts. Animals just are Just is. Exactly. I remember Bro Will saying nobody want to do the work. Nobody wants to do the work. Okay? Balance. My is only equation of yo. Yes. Peace, peace, sis. Glad to see you. Peace, bro. But nobody wants to do the work. Just like with these people losing their damn stamps and shit. Hell, I get stamps. I don't give a damn. They can have that shit. I'm going to still make it work. You know? Don't nobody want to put in the work. And then they be wondering why they stuck. Then they be wondering why shit happening this way. Why you hollering? My bad, sis, my bad. And I ain't even drinking. I'm just excited. You know how I get when I get into. I get in there, you know. But yeah, don't nobody want to put. They don't want to do the fucking work. But they want to talk about knowledge all day. They want to knowledge you to death all day. Talk about something else. Can we actually put in the word? Okay. The guys are nothing but different realms of you. The God. Exactly. Exactly. They are all symbolic to you, that one source, you. Okay? I see so much knowledge on my goddamn timeline, even with the little people I got now on my friends list, my new list, my new page. I just scroll past the shit. I ain't got time. I don't want to hear that shit no more. What are you doing? What are you putting into work? Show me something you operating, not what you keep fucking generating. Okay? Right. Sometimes I fall short myself if the in the work, my truth boo. And we all do, sis. But see, this is a thing. You recognize what is being revealed to you. It's a part of your revelations. Okay? So you recognizing it. There's 3 things that I strongly go by. And my minds, all y'all on here pretty much, damn near. Y'all remind me to talk about my event that's coming up next year, please. Okay? Please remind me. If we remember. Because we're dive deep and damn near forgot. But I go by 3 steps and been going by them for the longest. And it has helped me through my journey. Okay? Help me through all of my revelations. Yeah, the one we talked about earlier, sis. Okay? It has helped me recognize, reflect, and let that shit go. You ain't supposed to hold on to nothing. Okay? Everything is supposed to be a gain to your elevation. Or your revolution. Mentally, okay, into your physical matter. All right. They also talk about in Revelations 22 verse 4, and they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads. Talk about it. It's gonna be right in their foreheads. Okay. Right here in this right here. Okay, the forehead, which we also have came to terms of recognizing as, you know, being symbolic as the third eye or the first eye. Okay? That part, yeah, letting go fall along with accountability. Definitely got to take accountability. And that's why a lot of people don't want to reveal, they don't want to pay attention to what's being revealed in their revelations because they don't want to take accountability. It's okay. You ain't got to. You gonna keep starting over in that same shit. Like I said 6-7 years ago, if you don't change your mind today, you will be wheeled right back in through that same fucking energy. You'll be born right into that same alignment. And that's a fact. Okay? But you ain't gotta move. You can keep on. You just gonna keep stepping into that same revelation. Okay? The darkness within yourself. Okay? Where you can't seem to understand what's being revealed in your darkest days. All right? Yes, your elevation demands you to shed the old. You got to shed your skin, okay? And become a better version of yourself. It's definitely a must. It's definitely a must. This is why this 3-eye atlas is in place. It's the rise of the consciousness that's taking place. And that's a reason why. Because a lot of us, even on this live, play a big part of what's taking place in this rise of consciousness. Okay? When I see my past timeline, it's fucking repetitive. Girl, when I see my shit, I be like, damn, boy, I was lost. Ooh, I was lost. Ooh, I was very disturbed. I was fucked up. Ooh, that wasn't that person right there, baby. I might have had some fun times with that person, but I was lost. Because Sprouts gathers the freshest produce and most delicious snacks for your dietary needs. People are scared to go to the underworld within themselves. They definitely scared. They don't want to see the mirror. They don't want to face the mirror, which is their judgment. And with judgment is supposed to come accountability. Okay? It's supposed to come up. That accountability is supposed to take place right in your mirror of judgment. Okay? You can't hold nobody else accountable. You can only hold you accountable of what you allow. Right? This is why I forgive the motherfuckers who have did things to me. I forgive you because I see you in your own little mirror. Okay? The one that you don't want to be accountable for, the one you trying to hide, I see you. All right? I'm under all of this chaos and this mask that you wear. I see you. So this is why it's never, you don't need, I'm going to say this, you don't need no validation. You don't need no apology. You don't need shit from nobody. You can only hold you accountable for you and what you allow. Okay? So, of course, his name shall be in their foreheads. Yeah, that's what you're going to definitely generate into your existence, baby. Okay? Forgiveness is for you from allowing it to happen. Yeah. Yeah. I allowed myself to go through a lot of pain. Yeah. Even when, not knowing back then that I didn't have to, but when I didn't have to. Okay? But we get so caught up in the sweeping under the rug, the generational curses of our family dialogue and program. All right? That we can never, we don't express. We didn't express as we should. Okay? So a lot of times we allow a lot of things to happen to us. If you're going to allow greatness to take its place, I'm pretty sure we allow that dead shit, okay? The chaos, the disturbance, the noise to take its place within you. Okay? Yeah, that trying to be a good person shit is over with. That shit is dead. You got to understand, greatness outweighs being a good person. That good person is only on some physical matter shit. Your greatness deals with your shift of your mind, your energy, your consciousness, your power. Okay? We gonna always do some shit that people don't like, but it's gonna be out of greatness. And I ain't talking about no dumb shit, y'all. Y'all should know what I ain't talking about no dumb shit though. Okay? You gonna always hold people accountable. Okay? And now we're in the energy of holding not just ourselves accountable. Yeah. Ultimately, you gotta hold yourself accountable. All right? In verse 5, it says, and there shall be no night there. Uh-oh. We're talking about going into yourself in Revelations 22. We're talking about going into the darkness. And there shall be no light there. And they need no candle. Okay? Neither light of the sun. Consciousness deals with the sun. Okay? For the Lord God, which is what you're going to generate and operate. Okay? And direct, give them light. It gives light. It gives life to what you generate, operate in your reality through your mentality. Okay? From your inner primordial darkness. Okay? Within yourself. Okay? For the Lord God give them light, and they shall reign forever and ever. Okay? It's infinite. Okay? It becomes very infinite. All right? Die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. I love being the villain. Okay? Because 9 out of 10, the villain is always the one that holds wisdom. The villain is the one that takes accountability. The villain is the one that's the change. The villain is the one that's breaking curses. Okay? All right? So definitely, it's all right to be the villain in your story. Okay? It'll isolate you from all the bullshit. All right? And we ain't talking about that villain shit on some low vibrational physical matter bullshit. We talking about some high beam intel energy. Okay? They definitely treat themselves right, better. Okay? And then 9 out of 10, they live longer. They live longer. I know I'm the villain of my family. I don't walk the way they walk. I don't think the way they think. I don't talk the way they talk. I don't live the way they live. Okay? I don't raise my children like I was raised. Okay? To me, the villain is the hero. It's the change. All right? The villain carries the ultimate power. All right? To definitely create something greater. It's a movie called The Villain too, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. I think it's called The Villain. All right? Now, also in this verse, one thing that I know has been catching my eye lately in this verse, okay, even in the Bible, period, when they speak of angels, in my spirit, the energy definitely won't let me shake it. Because I know we look at angels from a different perspectives, you know, especially through Christianity, okay? But every time I look or read the word angel, I see angle. Can't stop it. Okay? It's a different angle, a different viewpoint. Okay? And I know angels are interpreted to be messengers. But when you change your angle in life, there is always a new direction or a new message, okay, to gain. So every time I read or see angel, I automatically see angle. Okay? And I'm still deep diving into that too. But I also looked up different angles. And there's like, 6 or 7 different versions of angles. Okay, the 90 degree, the 180, the 360, it's some more because I had looked it up. I had got all the damn angles. Okay, but in each angle creates a shift. Okay, so every time I look at angel and I read it, I definitely can't see it for angel for what it is, because to me that is an old program. And it's just a commentary of an image that we were groomed to receive messages, from. Okay, or the angels are protecting us. Your angle is protecting you. Okay, it's however you move, however you motion. Okay, it has a lot to do with your angle. That's what happened in the movie Kingsman Golden Circle. One of Poppy's bodyguards, on their first meeting, she called him Angel, but he said it's Angle. Ooh! I ain't even watched that. Now that's deep. I ain't even watched that. Yes. Right, acute and obtuse angles. Angles. Okay? I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna have to triple back. Because every time I see the word angel, it just, I can't help but see angle. All right, but yeah, Shay, right, acute, obtuse angles, yes, all of that. It's every angle has a significance and shift. Okay, the way it shifts. Okay. All right, so I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention because I was about to read this verse. Because John talks about, hearing and seeing angels, and he worships the feet of the angel which shewed me these things. It's all about your angle in life, your perspective, like somebody said earlier. Okay? And to have that 360 angle, that's just everything happening full circle for you. Okay? Just like we're going through these angles right now. The shift, okay? The way it has shifted into a new angle, which is a new form of life that we're walking right into. Okay? Sis, you sent me an image. If you did, send it through Messenger so I can pull it up. Because I feel like you got me something over here. Send it to my inbox so I can pull it right up here and while we on live. Yes, the Trinity 360. Okay. And then if you want to really be on it, that 3 and 9, that 3 and a 6 dealing with the 9, that also goes back to your ultimate divinity. Okay, that divine energy. It's crazy that we have the 3I headed our way, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's all about that energy. Our perspective on this life that we're in right now is definitely changing. And it's tapping into the IA or the AI in the form, right? Okay. But it's one thing else I wanted to say on this part, dealing with this verse. On Revelations 22, verse 11. Okay? Verse 11. Okay? Because remember, Revelations is all about the reveal of one's mind, one's consciousness. Okay? We ain't on no Christianity shit over here. Okay? We gonna give it to you raw, cut, and real, as they would say, right? But we're talking about the mind, okay? And it just furthermore lets you know that we're talking about the mind in Revelations, okay? So Revelations 22, verse 11, it starts off with he that is unjust. He that's unjust now, let him be unjust still. Let him be unjust still. Okay? And he which is filthy. With bugs, the struggle is real. Okay, the I am. Yes. Okay. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. Okay? Because I'm going somewhere with this. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. All right? And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And I got to add my own to it. And he who who is at peace, let him, or he, as they would say, because it's dealing with man, be at peace still. Okay? Peace be still. All right? So we're talking about the minds of other beings or other people, the injustice, the filthy, the righteous, the holy. Okay? And those who are at peace. You have to let them be. All right? And even when it comes to your own mentality, okay? When it's unjustly, okay? Let it be unjust and still. Okay? If it's filthy, let it be filthy still. Okay? So you just have to let it be and you have to let it go. All right? And even when it comes to other people. All right? Because you are your own judge. All right? So we can't worry about nothing else, and we can't worry about these unjustly thoughts and these filthy thoughts, okay? Even when it's righteous and even when it's holy. Okay? And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. Ooh-wee. Okay? And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. Okay? To give every man accordingly as his work shall be. You got to put in the work, baby. Okay? You got to put in the work. You can't just get on your knees and pray. Okay? You just can't think that shit is going to be given to you. All right? You're going to have to put in the work. You can't even just get in the mindset of this manifestation. I'm just going to manifest. I'm going to do a root, or I'm going to do a ritual. You can't just do that. You got to put in the work. Okay? Anything that's going to be revealed to you through your darkest hours, which is your revelations, okay, or revelations of the ultimate consciousness, you're going to have to put in the work. All right? Whether you're, especially when you're trying to exceed beyond that. Okay? I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. And I know they talk about Revelations and they talk about, oh, this is where the devil is. Because I know I definitely used to be scared of Revelations when I look. Because they preach that shit like this is the devil's book. It definitely lets you know, like I've said before, that God, okay, the devil or Jesus and the devil, I'm just saying Jesus and the devil, okay, are the same entity, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Okay? Oh, and y'all don't believe me? Y'all don't believe me? Okay. Because in the same verse, in the same breath, okay, Revelations had me shook back then. They definitely had me fucked up. Had me fucked up in church. Definitely had me fucked up in church. All right? So y'all don't believe me, right? Y'all don't believe me? Y'all don't believe me that Jesus and the devil is the same? Is one? Oh, okay. I, Jesus, have sent my angel, which we gonna talk about it, to testify unto you things in the churches. Ooh wee! These churches out here that y'all praying at. Yeah. Okay. Have sent my angels, okay, to testify unto you things in the churches. Okay. I am the root and the offspring of David. What they try to portray David as? Okay? What do they try to portray David as? Okay? Dealing with the 5 Pentacles star and all of that. What do they try to portray David as? All right? The devil. Okay? Could you read it again? Yeah, I'll read it. I, Jesus. And this is Revelations 22, verse 16. Okay? I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. Okay? I am the root and the offspring of David. Okay? And the bright and morning star. The bright and morning star. They don't want to tell you that in church. They don't want to tell you that. Okay? We know Lucifer is symbolic for the bright, the morning star. Okay? Also represented as the Star of David. Come on, y'all. These people, a lot of us, I just, woo, y'all. But I mean that a lot of my revelations took me away from my true identity, our true identity. Yeah, sis. Mm-hmm. It's in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I am the root. What do we reference the root as? Come on, y'all. What we reference the root as? Because they don't want you to go within yourself. They don't want you to tap in. What do we reference the root as? Even in the chakras, the root is symbolic in color of red. Okay? It is symbolic as your low vibrational self. It is symbolic for hell. Okay? It is also symbolic for the physical matter. This world here that we're in. Okay? Okay, yes, get to the bottom of this shit. Okay? Hell. All right? So he said, I am the root and the offspring of David. Woo-hoo-hoo. Of David. And the bright and morning star. Now, if you go and you research in the Bible, you will also see that the devil, or Lucifer, as they would say, or Satan, either one of their names, is referenced and symbolic, okay, to the bright and morning star. We ain't making this shit up. This shit is right here. Okay? And the spirit and the bride say, whew, yes, the light has a shadow. Yes, sis, that light definitely, hey, we go outside and see that motherfucker every day. Okay? Okay? And the spirit and the bride say, okay, the spirit deals with the breath, okay, the force, the flow, okay, and the bride is definitely going to deal with the feminine energy, which they try to erase, okay, try to control, and it's a reason why they try to control us. I'm going to have to do a video about us women, okay, about not just women, but divine feminine energy, okay, because they want to say he. And it's not even a gender. It's not even a physical image. But I'm going to have to dive into divine feminine energy and its properties. And why women act the way they fucking do. Okay? Because we need a real fucking wake-up call, too. All right? And like bro was saying, I called him his... I think it was his last live on TikTok, bro. Be going live on TikTok over there, dropping videos over there too. I love to help with it. Okay, sis, because y'all can always, we can do a live together. I can pull y'all up too. I just have to set it that way before I think before I start my live. But yeah, you can definitely help. The more help, the better. All right? But bro was just, like we've said before, he ain't the first one. Will don't said it. My bro Tyrone don't said it, okay? They all have said it. I've said it. Divine feminine energy, okay? And when it comes to the masculine, it cannot rise without you. And it's a reason being, because divine feminine energy resides in the root. Okay? And I ain't gonna get too deep into it because it deals with a lot of this what we talking about. Okay? But in the spirit, which is the breath, and the bride, come, and let him that hears say, come, and let him that is athirst come, and whosoever will, let him take the water of life freely. Okay? We talk about water a lot. We talk about what is the source of all. And it has been in our face the whole fucking time. Okay? You want to know where we come from. All right? You want to know how we become into this being. It's the only thing that is connected to everything in this life. Okay? It is your will, it's your flow, it's your motion. And it also is symbolic to the energy, okay? The water, okay? All right? So motherfuckers want to think that we come from some extraterrestrial shit deep off in space, or we come from this level and that level or that realm and that realm. You actually are in tune and been with one with the source, which is water, your whole fucking life. Okay? This planet is what, 70% water, which is the same goddamn shit in your suit. You got, you know, we got to tap into the connection, you know, from spiritual to physical. You know, like I said, the two books. I mean, the two trees that deals with this one book. Okay? And they have exposed this shit multiple times in movies. Right? They're talking about the 3I. It's the rise of the consciousness. Where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? It's coming from the water. Okay? It's coming from the water. If you want to control one's mind, if you want to control one's first eye or third eye, it doesn't have to be through the food, to be exact. Your lifeline, your life force is what can be contaminated. And that's your water. Okay? And we can contaminate our own fucking water. Okay? Because it resides within all of us. Okay? So let him take the water of life freely. Okay? Water of life. And at the end of Revelations, you know, there's certain ways that the world ends, you know, in fire. But most importantly, water. Water. Okay? This is a heavy chapter in the Bible. When it comes to Noah's Ark, water. Okay? Hence to why we having all these goddamn hurricanes. Okay? And they whipping up. Okay? We are about to go through a dramatic change. Remember I told y'all this. We about to go through a dramatic change now. Okay? Not only are you going to go through that within your own waters, okay, or within yourself, you are going to go through that here physically. Okay? Right? It's your lifeline. I've always used this analogy as well, too. You could survive off food for a long fucking time. A long time. Probably damn near a while. The only thing you cannot survive off of is this liquid, this water. Okay? And spirit, thank you. You know that golden milk that them babies get? Okay, that first drop of milk that they get, that's the most important part. They call it something. I can't think of it, but they call it something. Okay? It's before the other milk comes into play, which is the imitation. Okay, that contamination. But it's the pureness of that comes into the breast first that the baby needs that's most important. You know why? Because it's the source. It's the water. It's the divine source. It's that water that they need. Yes, the colostrum. Thank you. Yes. It's the infinite water. This is why it's important. Which is also why it's important to breastfeed. And if you haven't checked that video, I have that over here somewhere in my dialogues down here. You know, talking about the breast milk. And how important this colostrum really is and what it activates. Okay? So yeah. Spirit just connected the dot for me for that. But thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's our lifeline. It's a source of